What if I told you that the next time someone disrespects you, you could respond so powerfully that they'd never target you again? That moment when someone throws a snide remark your way, sharp, cutting, laced with condescension, and you freeze. Your mind scrambles for a response, but nothing. Just silence. Hours later, when you're brushing your teeth or lying in bed, the perfect comeback finally arrives. Too late. Sound familiar? Stay with me, because by the end of this, I'll give you the single most devastating response I've ever used. One that turned a workplace bully into an ally, without a single insult, without raising my voice. Last year, at my company's holiday party, I was at the top of my game. I had just wrapped up a major project that saved the department thousands. I was feeling good, confident. Then, Jason from accounting, smug, self-important, always looking for an easy target, leans back in his chair, takes a sip of his overpriced whiskey, and smirks. Must be nice to finally contribute after coasting for so long. Laughter ripples through the group. My stomach tightens. My throat locks up. And instead of shutting him down, I do what so many people do. I force a weak chuckle, mutter something forgettable, and look away. But inside? I was burning. Angry. Not just at Jason, but at myself. I let it slide. And the worst part? I spent the next few days replaying the moment over and over, coming up with all the things I should have said. Avoided Jason in the hallways. Felt smaller in meetings. And that's when I realized something that changed everything. Every time you let someone belittle you without standing up for yourself, you lose a piece of your self-respect. It doesn't disappear. It festers. It shows up in your body language, the way you carry yourself, and people notice. Disrespectful people don't pick random target. They have a radar. They sense who will push back and who won't, and they test the waters. If you let the first remark slide, they'll try again, and again, until suddenly you're the one everyone feels comfortable walking all over. Studies show that people who assert themselves, even occasionally, receive 37% fewer negative comments over time than those who stay silent. Think about that. A single moment of standing up for yourself can shift how people treat you long term. But most people make the same 3 mistakes that keep them stuck in the cycle of disrespect. The first mistake? The fake laugh. Someone insults you and you laugh it off. Not because it's funny, but because it's easier. But when you do that, you're sending a message. You're saying, yeah, I accept this. This is fine. And it won't stop. It'll get worse. The second mistake? The desperate explanation. You try to reason with them. Defend yourself. Prove them wrong. But the second you start explaining, you've already lost. Why? Because now you look like the one on trial. And they weren't looking for the truth. They were looking for control. And the worst mistake? The frozen statue. Saying nothing at all. Taking the hit and hoping it stopped. But silence isn't neutral. It's an invitation. It tells them you're an easy win. And they will come back for more. So how do you flip the script? 6 months after that holiday party, Jason tried it again. We were in a team meeting, bouncing around ideas, when he smirked and said, maybe we should skip your turn if we want an idea that actually works. But this time I was ready. I didn't laugh. I didn't explain. I didn't sit there in silence. I looked him straight in the eye and said, you tend to criticize others when you're feeling unsure about your own contributions. Is everything okay with your project? Silence. Jason blinked, shifted in his chair. His smirk disappeared. And from that day forward, he never took another shot at me. Why? Because I flipped the power dynamic. I put the spotlight on him. You don't need to be aggressive to handle disrespect. You just need to take away their power. And these 5 strategies will make sure no one ever gets away with it again. First, the spotlight reversal. Instead of defending yourself, turn the focus back on them. Example, if someone says, wow, you actually did something useful today, don't get defensive. Just tilt your head and say, that's an interesting comment. What did you mean by that? Watch them squirm. Second, the calm mirror. People expect you to react emotionally. Don't. Instead, reflect their energy back, calm, controlled, unbothered. If they mock your outfit, say, "Thanks for noticing. I admire people who pay such close attention to detail. Now they look ridiculous." Third, the power pause. Silence is uncomfortable, for them, not you. 3 seconds of eye contact after an insult? It makes them feel their own words hanging in the air. Let it sink in. Then move on like they never existed. Fourth, the humor shield. Some people thrive on negativity. Don't feed it. If they try to put you down, throw it back with a smirk. "I'm full of surprises. You should try it sometime." Playful. Dismissive. Power maintained. And fifth, the genuine question. Call them out, not with anger but with sincere curiosity. "That's an interesting comment. What were you hoping to achieve by saying that?" Now they have to explain themselves, and they'll realize, mid-sentence, just how foolish they sound. Once I started using these, everything changed. I stopped dreading interactions. I stopped shrinking. And most importantly, I stopped losing respect for myself. Next time someone tries to put you down, don't shrink. Stand tall. Try one of these strategies and see how it changes the dynamic. And if this hit home for you, drop a fire in the comment. Let's talk about it. Got a moment you regret? Share it. I'll help you handle it next time. Because once you take your power back, no one will ever take it from you again.